Tropical storm Melissa, it's getting more organization or getting more structure, and unfortunately it means that it's going to strengthen and potentially becoming a significant hurricane in the near future, as it's predicted by the National Hurricane Center. So far, Melissa is a tropical storm positioned at 15.7 degrees north, 74.6 degrees west, and affecting the Hispaniola Islands, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and Cuba. And of course, the storm has been stationary for the last couple of days, and has been really struggle for forecasters to predict the future of the storm. It has been quite a headache for them, and which is going to be quite a headache. It's the near future of the system, since we don't really know about what is going to happen next with that system, since the center of the storm has been relocated more to the southeast of the original circulation, which was actually quite pretty close from Jamaica. So now a new center has formed quite more far away from Jamaica, but still expected to move towards the island possibly, and affecting the island extremely bad for the next 3, 4, even 5 days, with high rainfall accumulations, storm surge winds. That doesn't exclude as well Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Cuba as well. And the current situation of the storm, based on the latest information provided by the National Hurricane Center, 45 miles per hour, sustained winds 1001 millibars, and moving to the southeast approximately at 2 miles per hour. Practically the storm has been stationary in the last 6 hours, and expected to remain with that slow pace for the next 24 to 48 hours approximately. So of course this has been a really, as I said before, a really bad headache for the forecasters. As you can see, the cone of uncertainty of this storm is extremely wide, because of course we don't even know what is going to happen with that storm. Basically, Melissa, it's another example of a classic Caribbean October storm that of course had erratic trajectories, erratic tracks that we actually don't even know where it's going to move. We have examples as Hurricane Lenny back in 1999, Hurricane Omar in 2008, Hurricane Paloma as well in 2008, Hurricane Matthew back in 2016 as well. We have many more examples of erratic October Caribbean major hurricanes as the ones I mentioned previously. And unfortunately for Jamaica, if Melissa does that track, it means that could possibly become one of the strongest, or even the strongest, major hurricane landfall in Jamaica's history. Of course, surpassing the record of Hurricane Gilbert back in 1988, 37 years ago. So practically Melissa is something that could possibly is worth history in the making in the meteorological terms, of course, which of course is extremely concerning for the people in Jamaica. The last significant storm that traveled quite close to Jamaica was just the last year with Hurricane Beryl, with across the island, in the south of the island, quite close actually, as a weakening category 4 hurricane, but still extremely powerful, and made some damages of course, but nothing compared of what is going to happen if actually occurs if Melissa does that, according to the forecast by the National Hurricane Center, unfortunately. And the distances from each country: Kingston, Jamaica, southeast, Melissa is located 211 miles to the southeast of Kingston, Jamaica, located 240 miles to the southwest of Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic, southwest 359 miles to Port-au-Prince in Haiti, and Santiago de Cuba in Cuba, 299 miles to the south-southeast. So these are the current distances from each location of those countries that could receive some significant impacts from this storm so far. The wind shear, unfortunately, is decreasing substantially, so that explains why Melissa is expected to become a hurricane and then a significant major hurricane. We are talking about possibly category 4 hurricane status at least, and unfortunately the wind shear is expected to remain quite low during Melissa's lifetime, so this is not good news at all for Jamaica and for all the Caribbean countries nearby, including as well Cuba, Haiti, and possibly Turks and Caicos Islands as well, since they are practically nearby those countries as well, and where Melissa is expected to travel after it crosses the Hispaniola and Cuba Islands. And the sea surface temperature is extremely good as well, 28 to 29 Celsius, which it's completely favorable and good enough, more than enough, to sustain a storm of such intensity if actually Melissa manages to intensify as a major hurricane originally predicted. Now, guys and girls, you have to pay attention on these next frames, because this is the best example we can give you about why Melissa has been so far a really headache for the forecasters, because practically they don't know what is going to happen. They don't agree about what is going to be the near future of the system. Even a 3-day forecast has a really big margin of mistakes, and the GFS model is showing that example that is practically moving the storm more to the north and not more to the west as National Hurricane Center is predicting. Still major hurricane landfall category 3, so battling Hurricane Gilbert's record, still quite a significant hurricane. So of course the record of the most intense landfall hurricane could actually be beaten by Melissa, unfortunately. And then crossing between Cuba and Haiti, making landfall in Turks and Caicos Islands as a significant major hurricane as well, peaking as a category 4 hurricane possibly after making some landfall or nearby Jamaica. So it basically will make landfall as well in Cuba, in the extreme east side of Cuba, and then moving to the northeast and weakening. And the multimodal diagnostics comparison, you can see many models agree that the system is going to be a major hurricane, and some of them are expecting to be a category 4 hurricane between 120 to 130 knots. That means 140 to 150 miles per hour, which is extremely powerful category 4 hurricane. The wind shear extremely low, expected to be at the next 24 to 36 hours right now. There are some marginal levels, that's why Melissa has been struggling to intensify a little bit, but those levels are going to change in the near future. Sea surface temperatures remaining quite warm, 28 to 29 Celsius. Humidity quite favorable to sustain hurricane and to practically fuel the hurricane as well, to keep some power as well, unfortunately. And please visit Forster Team's website to see more content, to see more floaters, well, to see more tools that we have for you. And don't hesitate to follow us on our YouTube channel to stay updated with more content that we have for you. So please keep a close eye on this storm, because it is extremely unpredictable and could be a significant storm that could make some history in the meteorological terms, unfortunately, for Jamaica. So please stay tuned with us.
Become an Ultimate Fan today.